Long time no see, Helen. It's been a year and a half.
What do you want, David? If you're here to ask me to lower the child support you owe, I won't budge a penny.
I've never missed a payment, have I? Even when you left without warning?
Just get to the point. I'm busy.
No, that's not why I contacted you.
Then what do you want from your ex-wife?
It's about Lucy. Something's bothering me.
What about Lucy?
I actually ran into her today.
What? Where?
Lucy had her career day field trip today, didn't she?
Oh, was that today?
Was that today? You didn't even know? I happened to be at the company where Lucy was doing her career shadowing. We ran into each other there.
What a coincidence.
You didn't even sign her permission slip, did you? Her teacher had to sign it.
I was working late. She's old enough to handle these things.
She's 11, Helen. These are parent responsibilities.
Don't lecture me about responsibilities. You're not her guardian anymore.
I was surprised, too. Wasn't expecting to see my daughter there. Since it was a school event, I was just going to say hello and leave.
As you should. I never agreed to any visitation.
You never even responded to my visitation requests. I sent them every month.
Because they were unnecessary. She's fine with me.
But Lucy seemed off, and it worried me. She clung to me and cried, saying she wanted to live with Dad. Is something happening at home?
Nothing at all. She just got emotional seeing her father after so long.
She was wearing the same uniform from last year. It's too small now.
Stop nitpicking. Clothes are expensive.
But she said she doesn't want to live with Mom anymore.
It's just her preteen attitude. Lately, Lucy's been nothing but rebellious. She can't even do basic housework. She's just a waste of money.
What kind of housework are you making her do?
Just normal things. Cooking, cleaning, laundry.
She's still a child. You can't expect perfect housework. You should be grateful she helps at all.
We're a single-parent household. The kid needs to help with chores for us to survive.
Is that why her hands were covered in burns from cooking?
She's clumsy. That's her own fault.
That didn't seem like rebellion to me. She looked traumatized. Are you mistreating her?
So you think I'm abusing my child?
She flinched when a student raised their hand. That's not normal behavior.
You're reading too much into things.
It's not normal for a 5th grader to break down like that, especially the moment she sees me.
I am fulfilling my duties as a mother. You have no right to criticize when you're not even involved in parenting.
Not involved. I've sent birthday gifts every year. You return them unopened.
She doesn't need your gifts. She has everything she needs.
I want to be involved, but I can't, can I? A year and a half ago, you suddenly took our daughter and left.
Well, you were the kind of husband whose wife would leave him.
You never even explained why, just left a note and disappeared with Lucy.
I don't owe you explanations.
I send you child support every month. Are you actually using it for Lucy? I'm starting to worry.
Are you suggesting I divorced you for the child support?
Lucy's shoes are falling apart. Where's the money going, Helen?
How I manage our finances is none of your business.
That's not what I meant, but Lucy didn't look happy at all. As her father, of course I'm concerned. Let me see her more often.
So you can brainwash her?
Brainwash? What are you talking about?
You want to convince her that Dad is better than Mom, don't you?
I would never do that.
You always tried to be the fun parent, even when we were married.
This isn't about us. It's about Lucy's well-being.
I am working hard to raise her too. Sometimes I have to scold her, but you get to be the fun parent because you're not around all the time. Must be nice.
Define scolding, because Lucy mentioned going without dinner when she makes mistakes.
She needs to learn consequences.
Sure, kids might find their parents annoying when they get scolded, but Lucy today wasn't acting like a kid annoyed by parental lectures. She looked like she was desperate to escape something. There was real pain in her eyes.
You saw her for what, 5 minutes? Now you're an expert?
I know my daughter. Something's very wrong.
Stop acting like you know everything. Parents suffer too. Stay out of this. You're an outsider now.
I'm gonna keep investigating this, Helen. Count on it.
Do what you want, but remember, I have full custody.
For now.
David, you said you wanted to be involved in parenting, right?
Yes, I did.
You still feel that way?
Of course! I've been trying to contact you about Lucy for months.
You've been quite persistent.
Because I'm worried about our daughter.
Well, today's your lucky day.
What do you mean?
Perfect timing then. I am getting remarried, so you can have Lucy back. She's your problem now.
Have her back?
This is what you wanted, right? Now you can live with your daughter. I don't need her anymore, so I'm giving her to you.
Just like that, after fighting so hard for full custody?
Times change. People change.
And the child support payments?
Won't need those anymore. I'll have a husband to support me. Think whatever you want. I'm being generous here.
I see. So Lucy's served her purpose. You only took her for the child support. You're finished, aren't you?
Next month, we're having a small ceremony.
When's the wedding? And your fiancé is okay with this arrangement?
Of course, we discussed everything.
Everything?
What are you implying?
I'm not finished. Your fiancé just brought Lucy here.
What?
As you said, Lucy will be living with me from today.
He's there? No, that's impossible.
Want me to put him on the phone?
Stop lying.
It's true.
That's impossible.
Why are you so sure?
He can't be there with Lucy.
Is that because you never told your fiancé about having a daughter?
How did he really come there?
That's what I've been telling you.
How does he know? What's going on?
Your fiancé went to your apartment today on an errand.
What? I didn't know about this.
He was just dropping off something you forgot, so he didn't make an appointment. He was about to leave it on the doorknob when Lucy came out. He was quite shocked to see a child there.
She was supposed to be at cram school today.
The cram school you haven't paid for in 3 months?
That girl, why did she have to come out right then? And he could have at least told me he was coming.
He was surprised to find out about Lucy, but he was even more shocked by her condition.
What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. You hadn't fed her for 5 days, had you? She'd been surviving on school lunches alone. Her clothes were filthy and worn out. She clearly hadn't bathed in days.
She must have gotten her clothes dirty playing somewhere. I don't know anything about this.
The neighbors told him everything.
What neighbors?
The ones who hear Lucy crying every night. The ones who see her doing laundry at midnight.
Well, they should mind their own business.
Stop making excuses. You've been treating Lucy like garbage, haven't you? She told us everything. Your fiancé was so concerned about her condition that he brought her here.
Without telling me? How dare he do something so presumptuous?
He's already called child services.
He what?
Because Lucy was crying, begging to go back to Dad's house. He's a good man. Too good for you, but I'm glad. At least he found out what kind of person you really are before the marriage.
Where is he?
He left already. He seemed completely disillusioned with you. I wonder if you'll still be getting married after this.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
No, this is exactly how things should go. Lucy is safe now.
How could you do this to me?
What now?
He's not answering any of my calls. Give me his new number.
Of course he's not. He blocked you for a reason.
This is all Lucy's fault. How is she going to take responsibility?
Hold on, what are you talking about? Explain properly.
He broke off our engagement.
Of course he did. That was predictable.
He didn't even let me explain.
Explain what? How you hid your child or how you starved her?
What did you say?
Who would want to marry someone who mistreats their child? No one wants someone as twisted as you.
You don't understand. I had plans.
Plans to deceive him forever?
I am not twisted. Don't mock me.
Your fiancé made the right choice. If he married you, he'd eventually get caught up in trouble. I hope he finds someone with better character to marry.
He was going to take care of everything.
Take care of what?
The apartment, the loans, everything.
So you were just using him.
Stop acting like you know everything. He was completely in love with me. Breaking up right before marriage is too cruel.
Love based on lies isn't love at all.
He didn't need to know about Lucy yet.
When were you planning to tell him? After the wedding?
I would have eased him into it.
You're the only one who doesn't understand why he left. There's something wrong with anyone who can hurt a child so easily. Either that or your humanity is broken.
I did what I had to do to survive.
By hurting our daughter?
I hid Lucy's existence because I thought no man would want to marry me if they knew. The food punishment was discipline. That's what it takes to handle a rebellious preteen.
What rebellion? Lucy is terrified of you. She couldn't possibly be rebellious.
She cries too loudly when I punish her.
Do you hear yourself?
The neighbors complain about the noise.
That's what you're worried about?
You don't know what it's like day to day. She doesn't listen. She breaks things. She's such a handful.
What things has she broken?
Last week, she dropped a plate while washing dishes.
And you punished her for that?
Actions have consequences.
Even if she was rebellious, starving her for 5 days is extreme. That's just common sense.
She had school lunch, so it was fine. Discipline is important. You don't understand how hard parenting is. That's why you can say such naive things.
The school nurse reported her weight loss.
It's not weight. She's just growing and losing her baby fat.
I doubt many people would agree with your logic. Keep making these crazy arguments. Either way, your fiancé has left you.
Do you know how hard I worked to get him? And now he's breaking off the engagement? Don't be ridiculous.
Not my problem. So you met him at a mixer? Must have really put on an act to win his heart.
I did work hard. I researched everything he liked, changed my hair, clothes, makeup. I even learned to cook.
You really did put in effort. Why did you want him so badly?
For the money, obviously. He's an elite worker from a wealthy family. His looks aren't great, but that's secondary.
Even researched his family background, did you?
His parents own 3 properties.
Your greed is almost refreshing at this point.
I had everything planned perfectly.
Except for Lucy being discovered.
This wasn't how things were supposed to go. I should have just given Lucy to you earlier.
That's what happens when you get blinded by child support money. A fitting end for you.
You don't understand. This marriage was my chance.
Chance for what?
To start over, to be someone else.
Someone without a daughter?
Shut up. I'll convince him somehow. I have to marry him, no matter what.
Why are you so obsessed? I'm starting to feel sorry for him.
My entire life depends on whether I can marry him.
Lucy's life depended on you being a decent mother. How did that work out?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
No, I'm disgusted. Our daughter could have died.
Don't be dramatic.
The hospital report wasn't dramatic. It was factual.
Hospital?
Where do you think Lucy is right now?
You took her to the hospital?
The doctors are documenting everything.
You're really trying to ruin me.
You did that yourself.
He blocked me. I can't contact him at all now.
Oh, so he managed to escape from you?
I went to his workplace. Security escorted me out.
You're just making it worse for yourself.
Why? You must have told him something. This doesn't make sense otherwise.
What exactly did you expect him to do after finding a starving child in your apartment?
I sent him emails explaining everything.
Explaining what? Your lies?
No, it makes perfect sense. You poisoned him against me.
No, it makes perfect sense. Learning your true nature would cool even the hottest love. By the way, Lucy told me about your debt.
Why is that child talking about unnecessary things?
The debt collectors who keep calling, they're getting aggressive, aren't they?
That's private.
She said she saw collection notices at home, said there were lots of zeros. Seems like you have quite a bit of debt. Is that why you were targeting your fiancé?
So what if I do?
The notices are from 6 different credit card companies.
Have you been going through my mail?
Lucy kept all the notices. She thought they were important.
That little snitch.
You didn't tell your fiancé about the debt either, did you?
What does that matter?
Hiding a child and massive debt? That's a lot of secrets, don't you think?
The debt isn't even that much.
The papers Lucy gave me say that it's over $200,000.
She can't even read numbers that big. Why did she show them to you?
I don't know, but when were you planning on letting your fiancé know?
I couldn't find the right thing. I was planning to tell him eventually.
When exactly is eventually?
Eventually means eventually.
After you got access to his family money?
You don't understand anything.
What's that supposed to mean? You were never going to tell him. Since he was being deceived so badly, I told him about your debt last night.
What? When?
Last night.
While I was sending him emails?
Yes, right about then.
So that's why he blocked me. It was your fault.
Maybe so. Looks like he's really done with you.
His family has connections. They could have helped me.
Helped you commit fraud?
What have you done?
It was for the best.
This is clearly malicious.
To you, maybe. I told him as friendly advice. He definitely needed to get away from you.
You've ruined everything.
No, you did that yourself.
This is the worst. Outsiders shouldn't interfere.
He helped save our daughter. None of us are outsiders in this situation anymore. Anyway, it's over between you two. Stop obsessing over him. I feel bad for the guy.
The collectors are coming tomorrow.
That sounds like a problem you've got to deal with on your own.
How am I supposed to pay back my loans?
Figure it out yourself. It's your debt.
Wait, give Lucy back.
What?
The marriage is off, so give Lucy back.
Oh, so you can get child support again? Not happening. I've already started the process to take away your parental rights.
Take them away?
The hospital records alone are enough.
They can't do that.
I found a good lawyer. We're gonna strip your parental rights and get a restraining order to keep you away from Lucy.
Don't say things like that.
The lawyer says it's an easy case.
She's my daughter, too.
You're the one who's been doing whatever you want. If you don't like it, hire a good lawyer and fight back.
I can't afford a lawyer.
I figured as much.
Well, you're not rich either. How can you afford a lawyer?
Oh, right, you wouldn't know since we haven't spoken in a year and a half. I got promoted. My salary increased significantly.
What? No way.
Remember that project I was working on when you left?
The one you were always staying late for?
It succeeded! Got me fast-tracked to management. Now I can give Lucy a comfortable life. She can eat whatever she wants, and I can even take her on international trips. I can give her the life she really deserves.
Your salary changed that much?
The promotion came with stock options, too.
You never mentioned this before.
You never asked. You were too busy planning your scam marriage.
I would have stayed if I'd known.
Good thing we divorced. You would have wasted all the money. Thanks for leaving.
Why is my timing always so bad?
You've been abandoned by your fiancé, your ex-husband, and even heaven itself. Have fun dealing with your debt.
I won't be able to survive like this.
I thought you said not eating for a while was fine. Didn't you say taking baths every 3 days was enough to save on utilities?
That was different.
Was it? Now you can practice what you preach.
I don't want to live like that.
Then work hard. Work until you're drenched in sweat. If you do that, maybe you can live luxuriously again.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? Don't take pleasure in others' misfortune.
I will never forgive you for what you did to our daughter. You deserve to be punished, and I hope you suffer. Experience the same pain you put our daughter through. Helen couldn't let go of her ex-fiancé and kept stalking him. Eventually, he got a restraining order against her. I heard through the grapevine that she later declared bankruptcy. Since Lucy came to live with me, I've spared no expense for her happiness. I take her on trips whenever I have time off. I wanted to overwrite her painful memories with happy ones. Thanks to that, Lucy smiles a lot more now. While we don't keep in touch with her mother's ex-fiancé, I did send him a thank you gift once. Surprisingly, he sent something back. It was a box of children's treats. Maybe he had a soft spot for kids all along. It made me even more angry that Helen tried to use such a good person. I don't know where she is or what she's doing now, but I don't care. Instead, I focus on giving my daughter the happy life she deserves.